I recently went on an international vacation with my ex-husband, and our kids, and his mother, and my mother. Why in God's name would I do this? I'm gonna tell you. But first, I'm gonna tell you to like this channel, subscribe to this channel, and make sure you hit that little bell icon so you can get notifications about all of my videos. Okay, so why would I go on a divorced family vacation? Well, as I've talked about before, divorce sucks. You don't get to see your kids all the time, you miss out on important events when you're not with them, and the structure of life as you knew it has been demolished, leaving behind shards of the life that you once dreamed of, and all you can do now is try and reassemble those shards. It's good times. One of the things that gets tossed asunder when you get divorced is the opportunity to have shared family experiences together. Birthdays, vacations, and milestones all fall under this umbrella. My ex and I have decided to be divorced and stay that way, but we've also chosen to have our lives entwined in a way that sometimes makes people uncomfortable. I can't speak for my ex, but here are my reasons that we do this. Number one, I like my ex. My ex and I were friends for about a year and a half before we even started dating. So our friendship was pretty well established by the time we decided to start dating and eventually get married and have kids. This means I actually enjoy his company. He's smart, he's witty, he's knowledgeable. I trust his opinions about things and I want to experience things with him. Number two, he is a phenomenal dad. I don't mean to make you nauseous, and he is not a perfect human being, but he is 1,000% there for our boys. He homeschools them, he cares for them. His relationship with them is inspiring. I learn things about them that I don't always learn when he's not there. He's a great dad. Number three, togetherness. I believe that there are certain things which should be experienced as a family, even if you're divorced, because of their importance and significance. Not always, but as much as possible, we do holidays together. Families celebrate together. When there are funerals in our lives, we do those together too. The fact that we are divorced does not change the fact that we are connected forever because of these boys. Number four, tradition. As a Jewish family, the commemoration of Jewish events is especially important for our boys to experience with us together. Our sons don't attend Jewish day school and they don't have a lot of Jewish friends. So the acknowledgement of the significance of Jewish culture and Jewish ritual is important in both of our homes. This means we mark the Jewish calendar in similar ways, we celebrate the holidays together in similar ways, and we emphasize the importance of Israel in similar ways. The bar mitzvah of our older son is coming up this fall, and we wanted to mark this milestone with a family trip to Israel. So after much discussion, we decided to do it. And since my ex's mom was already in Israel on a synagogue trip, we figured let's bring my mom and just make it a big divorced family vacation. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like, oh my God, I'm throwing up in my mouth because Mayim Bialik is bragging that she's got it all together, whatever. I don't have it all together, and what makes it work are the following acknowledgements. I don't always like my ex. I know, I just said how much I liked him, and I do, but sure as the sun rises every day, he sometimes makes me nuts. And guess what? I make him nuts too. I don't always like his parental decisions. While he is a phenomenal dad, he sometimes does things that I don't agree with regarding his parenting. And yes, I sometimes huff and puff and pout about it. Here's another thing. Togetherness can be overwhelming. Sometimes it's just too much. I see unhealthy dynamics creeping in, and I sometimes wish that it could just be me and my boys again when I don't have to let anybody else weigh in or deal with their opinions about anything. My ex sometimes reminds me why it sometimes feels better to sometimes be alone. Sometimes. And also, Jewish events in particular force you to be together a lot. Like every event is actually 4 events. And for thousands of years, Jews have formed a community around events like this. You cannot get away from the tribe. It's not perfect all the time, but I know that it won't be, so it's okay. If I thought it would be perfect all the time, every time he corrected my parking job, I might throw up my hands or throw something at him and say, I'm never spending time with you again. And then who really suffers, ultimately? Our kids. I hate being divorced, and I hate the baggage that I will likely carry around for the rest of my life. But what I know is that my ex-husband and I both play a part in our children's lives as much in divorce as we did when we were married. We decide every day how to act, how to react, how to respond, and how to relate. And every day is another opportunity for me to share with my boys the complexity of divorce. The message that we send to our sons is that we both try to put them first. And we have found the ability to simultaneously move forward while still holding fast to the things that we cherish the most. How does your divorce work? Or how doesn't it work? Please leave your comments below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share this with anyone who you think could learn a little bit about what it's like to take an international divorced family vacation. Also, make sure to check out groknation.com, where I've written a ton about divorce and all sorts of family-related things.